Hello, I hope you're well. Welcome to another sort of chatty video about my spooky life and maybe a little bit of a card reading as well. It's not full ASMR style, but it's going to be a little bit, yeah. So I thought we'd start off with a candle and then we can get down to the chatty bit because I have a lot to tell you. Okay, so yeah. Before I get started, I'd just like to say a big thank you to all of my new subscribers for a start. Thank you to all of you, who are returning to watch the videos. And yeah, if you want personal reading with me or healing session, I realise that, people can't always do the Zoom sessions because I'm in the UK and it's different timing in the US, wherever. So I can do you a private reading or healing session, ASMR style if you wish, via YouTube with a private video, or I can write the reading down, whatever you want. Okay, I think that's maybe a better way of dealing with it. So yeah, and if you just contact me. I've had a few people who've sort of come and gone and not been sure. It's a little bit frustrating for me. I have to book things in. So if you're not quite ready for a reading, or you're not sure if I'm the correct reader for you, which is, fair enough, no problem, then don't contact me until you're really sure. Okay, the readings are £30 in the UK, which is the going rate here, which I think is about $40 in the US. So yeah, and it'll be via PayPal. But don't contact me until you're ready, as I say. I've had a couple of people like that, and it's a little bit frustrating for me. So I'd rather, you when you're ready. Yeah, you'll know when you're ready. Okay. But I can do that. I can do flower remedies, consultations. I can do a few things. Yeah. But I am writing a book again about all of my experiences, so that's taken a lot of my attention as well, and I need to book you in. So yeah, but feel free to. I'm very excited to be doing readings, and I've never been that sure, but now I'm really excited to be doing it. I've had a lot of practice now, an awful lot of practice, and I've got my confidence. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of spontaneous ones out in the town for people as well. So yeah, please contact me. Yeah, okay, let's get this. I do spiritual coaching as well if you're interested. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about this book that I am writing. Okay, so just a little candle, just to quieten things down, and sort of relax a little bit, create a little relaxing atmosphere, because I have a feeling I might get some activity as well, because I've pushed them out all day. I'm not friends with them at the minute, my goodness. Okay, so what has been happening? Well, I'll start with last night. I have been getting a lot of, well, I'll start at the beginning of the day. I had, as I say, I've started giving people impromptu readings. Even my own son rings me up. What can they tell me about this? What can they tell? It gets a bit, because it's constant. We've already got a lot of activity going on here, by the way. If you're new to the channel, I physically see my guides, my angels, and people around me, spirits have come in, and they're starting to appear now. So you may see me talk to them. They're walking around me. They may give me information. I may start channeling. I may do some odd things because of them. So anyway, yeah. So we've got some activity in the bathroom as usual. I had one before in the lounge because it's got dark here in the UK, and I wasn't sure who they were, and they kept walking backwards and forwards like I'm not best pleased with them, because I'm clearly going through a series of little mini spiritual deaths and then rebirths and then another spiritual death. And I got I worked out what was happening with that last night. But anyway, I'll start at the beginning. I went for my nails yesterday morning. I was desperate, and I started talking to this lady who I'd never had before, and it was clearly arranged because I thought I was booked in with another woman, but no, I was apparently seeing this lady. And I don't know how we got on about it, but the spiritual thing, and we started talking. I said I could see people and what have you. Oh, really interested. She'd been telling me that the school not far from me, it was built on the site of a monastery, and she'd seen monks there, you know, spirit monks and what have you. I've seen monks in here, and I'm not that far away from it. So yeah, she'd seen monks that seen orbs, loads of pictures with orbs, and she'd seen quite a few things, but she wasn't a medium. I seem to be drawing people to me who are ready to what I call come online with their spiritual gifts, and it's almost like I'm having to encourage them and inspire them, which I find fascinating. I think it's really a cool thing to do. And so we talked about that, and then she was saying she wanted to hear from her grandfather and what have you. But I can't just summon people, that's not how it works. And you know, that's not going to happen. I wasn't getting anybody at the time. Then all of a sudden I got somebody standing to the left of her, and no, to the right, and I'm never very good with my left and right. Anyway, and I described him and what he was saying, and I said his name and her eyes. Oh, that's my great grandfather, blah 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 blah. So I thought, here we go. So yeah, it's very impromptu. It has been with friends, but now it's to do with people outside there, lots of, you know, different things. So, and so that was the start of the day, which put me in a very good mood, because you know, 9 times out of 10 when you're dealing with spirit, it makes you feel happy. Anyway, it's good energy. And but the day before, it just feels like it's really, really strong. I've been going up some levels, I think, and it's been quite strong. I've been seeing more, feeling more. I walked down, my sense of smell, it's always been stronger since I had my son, but because I don't know why that is, but it has been. Things change. When you're pregnant, you can smell everything. You could smell toilets from 2 miles away. That's how bad it is when you're pregnant. And it never went. And it just got stronger, which is when I actually had COVID back in the beginning of July. It was the weirdest thing not to have any sense of smell. Oh, it was just insane. It drove me nuts. But when I walked down the town the other day, I could smell every single bin going down towards town, down the residential. It was horrendous. I thought, well, that's a little bit stronger than normal. I normally, yeah, there's a slight whiff, but this was really. So I thought, maybe that's gone up a notch, because you can smell spirit as well. And what else? Yeah, so when I've been walking down, I've been basically stalked by some spirits who want to get through, and they're blocked. And it's in this road in particular. So I walk down a bank, the residential street that's going down. Everything's up on a hill where I am. The town's in the middle. And I hit this road where people, spirits come at me. Now I can see my guides and angels who do what I call a little formation around me. So I walk down the road, my men in black spirits are dressed in their black suits, who are security, and they block them from coming in. but I can see them standing on the corner. It's almost like they're positioned at certain bits, and as I reach that bit, they move off and go further ahead and wait for me again. The security is phenomenal. It's really strange. They're still appearing as the men in black, even though they now want me to accept them more as they really are, which are Pleiadian. They call themselves Pleiadian angels from the 10th dimension, and I happen to be one of them. So there you go. And they want me to see them with the long blonde hair, and they've shown me so much in meditations, and it's really weird. Anyway, because I'd been writing about this character with long blonde hair, and this is how I met my guide the first time. It's almost like he inspires me to write about him a certain way and then reveals himself, yeah, which he did physically. So, which sounds funny, doesn't it? Yeah. So, yes, interesting. And so it's really been quite full on. There's a lot going on, and I'm going out tonight, and I'm going to a very haunted street in a town I used to live in, which is 15 minutes away from here, 20 minutes, and it's known for haunted. It dates back, way back, 18th century, or further back than that. Henry VIII had residences, residences round here, and he had one in Hemel Hempstead and the old town there. So that's going to be interesting. After Henry VIII has been known to appear in one of the pubs in the old town. The Rose Crown, something like that. He's been seen as a spirit sitting at one of the tables, which is kind of wacky. There's been Roman soldiers seen out the back as well, walking around, because it's on top of a Roman site. I mean, it really dates back. Hemel in particular is Roman. I mean, where I came from in the north, it was all, we're talking, Vinterlander and Wall's End and stuff like that. That's why it's called Wall's End, because Hadrian's Wall ended there. So I've been used to all that, but yeah, this place is supposed to be really active. So that's going to be interesting tonight, because I'm just going to a shop there, but I've been in one of the places in there that a friend and I were thinking about renting to do spiritual stuff and a cafe and what have you, and didn't work out obviously in the end, but it's a good job really when I think about it after the pandemic. But I went in there, the lights were flashing non-stop when the estate agent was showing us around, and there was somebody walked along the corridor. We went right down the basement. It's so old, it would have been, you could feel it. The estate agents, when they've been showing people around, had been really nervous because they could hear footsteps up in the flat upstairs, and nobody was renting the flat, so they thought somebody had broken in. It was actually activity. So yeah, a lot of stuff. And so I'll let you know what happens there if anything happens, because when you're a medium, or you start coming online, you start attracting it from all sorts. It's like, oh, we'll go through her, she can give a message. Random people, totally random. It's very strange with spirit, because you can get some of them in front of the camera. You can get some spirits who want to talk to you, and will do anything. They'll even pretend to be men in black, and they get found out and thrown out. Your name's not down, you're not coming in, kind of thing. And why are you in my face? Sorry, I just fed up with them. And then there's some that can see you and they just keep away. and I'm not talking to you. And it can be that, and then you do get nasty. They swear at you and all sorts when you tell them to leave somebody's place and get on with it. Just, you know, they're like what they are in life. So that's been happening. That's been happening a lot actually, but it'll be interesting tonight. Saga still continues with my friend. I haven't caught up with her, so I need to know about whoever's knocking on a window at night, which I believe is a spirit, but I'll say. That was terrifying. Can you imagine lying in your bed, that going on? Having said that, can you imagine, like I do, waking up in the middle of the night and seeing people and hearing noises with my ear? I've stopped my vertigo, but because I had my headphones in, but I only have them in one ear now, not the damaged one, and it's been much better, but I can hear everything. So I hear all the noises. I can see that if there's a noise, they'll start moving around, and then when I've got up to go to the bathroom, they'll all start moving around me and standing there while I'm washing my hands, and it's like I can't go to the bathroom without security. Should laugh, really. It's a wonder I don't go on my head. It shades me on to, actually, when I did a little show the other night, and it was supposed to be a little bit of fun, but I think some people took it a little bit too seriously, because I had a glass of wine in my hand, which was me having a glass of wine because it had been a tough day, like people do. And some people are this strict new age, you can't eat meat, you can't do this, you have to be a pure channel for spirit. Well, I've had them come through whatever you're doing, and it's very, very silly, and it's a little bit controlling. I had 2 people make comments, that's why I turned the comments off on that, and I might on this as well, because they won't like what I'm saying. But I've had to put up with people trying to control me all my life, and these people tell me how many glasses to have and not to go past that and to do this and to do that. If I want that, I'll talk to my mother, thank you very much. It was just supposed to be a little bit of fun. I've seen, you know, tarot readers and mediums sitting smoking joints, and I wouldn't even dream of doing anything like that. I don't do anything like that, but that's their thing, and people are allowed to do what the hell they want. So anyway, let's get back to it, get back the good stuff. Yeah. So anyway, last night I sat and I was on my own, and I was trying to work out, because I want to do a healing session for you on manifestation. And I was thinking about that, and then I actually started thinking something else about something that's happened to me, you know, and what happens to a lot of people when I get really down and stressed, because I feel like I'm being blocked by spirit from moving on from here and doing certain things. I'm obviously having this awakening thing, but in my eyes, it's I need to get out, find my own home. Or I want to get, why am I not moving? Everybody else is moving around me and getting on with what they want to do and everything. What's happening with me? So it's this fury and anger at them, quite frankly, because it's been going on too long, in my opinion. And it's a stagnation. No matter what I do, hitting this block. I've had enough. And anyway, I started thinking about it's led to self-harm at times. It's been very, very frustrating. I'm obviously clearing a lot of stuff, and I ended up thinking about anger and how about the awakening that a person goes through. And I always get the impression that people think it's in 2 stages. Well, I actually came up with 3 stages. And I started going. I just picked up the nearest thing I had to write it down. So it's going to be interesting healing. I'm not even sure what to call it yet, but it's all about awakening. And I started doing all this stuff. Writing down, and then all of these different healing symbols. and relevant thing. Very strange stuff. And it went on and on and on and on, got more and more frantic. And I wrote it down and I worked out that you basically go through 3 stages of an awakening. Chrysalis, it's like a caterpillar, but 3 stages. And first of all, you have the death of ego, you know, that kind of stuff. And then you go into your state as, like, say, I'm Sara. Yeah, and you have to bear with me, I haven't got it all ironed out yet. To get rid of that, you wake up and you reach self-love, you know, and recognizing self and who you are. Yeah, say, like, I'm Sara. Then there's a 3rd stage where that falls away and you actually recognize who your soul is, your higher self, who you really are. And I mean, you can have a name. Do you know what I mean? You learn your name and who you are and what your mission is, and you evolve into that, your true self. So they're like three stages. It's almost like 3 people inside you, and not in a unstable mental health way. I mean, there are 3 parts to you. Everything's 3s with my lot of 3s. And so there's your ego self, there's your true earthly self, who you incarnated as, and then for full awakening you go to who your soul is and you become one with your soul. So, and your higher self, whatever you want to call it. So, and then they've been telling me, I've done a video on this, that I'm supposed to be some Pleiadian V, 10th dimension. Pleiadians are different Pleiadians from what I get, and they're all angelic. That's what I'm being told, and what we perceive as angelic. And I know some of them come from different dimensions, but where I come from is the 10th. That's where the seraphim come from as well. All right, thank you. They're like elite god seraphim. Yeah, and that's why they're around me, apparently, because they reckon I'm somebody big. Well, that's really nice, because here I feel like that. So it's going to do me a lot of good, isn't it? But anyway, so I'm supposed to be some queen, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, which is fantastic, as I say, but here I'm nobody. Yeah, I'm just like like this, and that's how I genuinely feel. And so fair enough, they tell me this is why there's all this security, and they treat me like a child, which I've told people about this before on here. You know, they always show me as a baby, and I'm the baby that they look after. Well, that's because when I did this last night, I discovered, and what is really weird is to suddenly see your authentic self sitting there with long blonde hair, and then to realise and be told that you may be in the body of I can't say, I still need counselling again, 51-year-old woman, but you're actually in their years only 17. That's the way they showed me in Earth years. I am a child. Oh my God. Well, yeah, it makes sense, and sentimentality and the tantrums made me, but still, that's quite odd. But I could see myself, and I am quite small, but I can see myself with this long blonde hair sitting there. And then I actually discovered that my name is, and I have to say it this way, Danya, which is nice. It's all right. Oh, it's a wonder I haven't just, yeah. I find it hard. I know other mediums sit there and they just accept all of it, but I've had so many things in my life where trust has been a big problem. It is a big problem, so I'm learning slowly stop standing right next to me. Sorry, I can't. I get so angry to stand there like that. It bounces. And it's just, ooh. You have that when you're in the middle of the night and you wake up and you want to go to the bathroom, you have that going on. It's like this could stand outside the local pub down, well, one of the local pubs, there's a few down here. One stand outside the Crown. Letting people in. That's how it feels at the minute. That's because it's so much coming at me. And it's like somebody said, oh, you know, don't have a drink because it'll just get worse. It doesn't. It's exactly the same whether I have a drink or not. In fact, if you have a drink, you're more relaxed, and it's they do come to you more, but it's still the same. It's just the same energy. It's just you feel more amenable to letting them through and relaxed. But that's by the by. They don't let up, whether, you know, I'm relaxed or not. They just keep coming. And yes, some of you out there will be going, oh, you're not very grounded, are you? Yeah, I am. I do a lot of grounding, an awful lot of grounding. And if I don't, they ground me. Or they, you know, they find ways, and the protection is intense. So yeah, it's all being quite, it's just full on at the minute, an awful lot. And yesterday, when I came back from the town, with my functional neurological disorder, which I've discovered is down to the fact that I don't fit inside my body because of my energy. So it causes all of these problems. And in the past, in my past lives, and I have had past lives, I've died quite young because of it. But this time, I'm here for the long run. So that's why they keep trying to stuff me back in and doing all this work on me. I came back, I had to lie down. All of a sudden just started feeling really tired and rough with the FND. So I come lie down and they all start standing around me and they're doing various things. Or I've had injections, I've had all sorts of things. And yesterday they were all standing around me, and they were all standing there in their full sort of Pleiadian blonde hair. They have got some sort of weird brown uniform, which is kind of odd. It's got like a bit that comes off the side. So they were standing there, and then there was a monk at one point. There is a guy that comes in here. I've even had a priest here. So there's a guy who comes in here, and he's just done it. And he's in a monk's uniform, you know what I mean, the brown. I don't see his face, but he's all tattered. I don't know why he keeps appearing. And he's there now. And he keeps bowing and scraping, and I wish he wouldn't do that. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, you were kidding me. Oh, sorry. That's because they're showing me in my head what he went in there, and then he come out, and he's obviously one of them who's trying to give me an image message, and he's come out and he's riding a bicycle around here. There's not enough room. Okay. So anyway, yes, it's intense. So and then I got very angry and very down and frustrated again. Why aren't you moving my life on? I'm really upset this morning, talking to my son on the phone at university. Really upset. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm not doing it. It's calmed down, but it's exhausting. It is exhausting, and it's almost like I'm purging emotions and things like that, because I keep getting that pull towards my writing, as in my fiction writing, not the book I'm writing at the moment. And it's like, well, that's easy, I know where that's going, and you know, the money's been coming in lots for that. Why would I need to pull away from that? And it's like that argy-bargy, accepting that this is what I have to do now. And sometimes it feels comfortable, and other times it doesn't, I'll be honest with you. So, but they're bringing me online. There's obviously something. I'm going through a massive shift and transition again. So hopefully this is the last one. I'm told something big is going to come at Christmas. Something good. So we'll see. Anyway, it's a little bit difficult at the minute. Warm now. It's cold before. Got this big jumper on to go out. So, yeah. But hopefully I will get this worked out. I haven't worked out the final bit. I was so shocked. And I was sitting there feeling, that was channeling, but I was channeling myself, not any other spirit. And it wasn't just my higher self, it was who I really was. Higher self, I always think of this lofty part of your soul that is, I don't know, somewhere else, yeah. But this is the integration of that higher self into who I really am, the I am. There you go, the I am. So maybe there are 4 stages. In higher self, and then full acknowledgement. I'm still going clearly. So once I get that finished, I'm going to do this massive, I'll be able to finish that tomorrow. So I wonder what Sainsbury's coming. Yeah, a supermarket delivery. So I'll be able to do that, and either in the afternoon or Saturday. Oh no, Saturday. Saturday's fun, because I'm going to help my friend out where she is, and she's a medium. The lady I'm going with tonight is medium as well, and she's got this florist place, and I think I might have mentioned before, the woman across the road is a bit scary. She's a witch, and she does dark stuff apparently, and my friend is a bit worried about her. I had to send some of the boys, we'll call them, to my guides. They said they would help me guard her place, because this person we don't think her intent is very good. So I'm really hoping I get to see her. They're really starting to come in now. They think I'm relaxed, you see. They can just creep in from the side. Talk to me. But it'd be interesting. I'd like to get a sense for... Right, I'm getting flashes again in here. That's the other thing. I've had lots of little flashes of light. I always see lights, but that was a flash. Unless it was a car. It could have been lights from a car, I don't know. But I do get lots of little flashes. So, anyway, I think we should do a little quick card reading. My little box of tricks here. I love keeping my what do you call them, tarot cards in here. I do love these at the minute. These are definitely my faves. On this one, love this one, and it's appropriate because we're coming up to Christmas and Yuletide. Start with a green witch oracle, see what we get for everyone. For a message for everyone, please, a general message. Of the sound of tarot cards. I've been looking at Rockpool's Publishing's tarot cards. For some reason, I am highly attracted to the colours, everything. There's something magical in those cards. I don't know what goes on. It's like somebody all the artwork's really beautiful, and somebody's put a dash of something in there, something magical in there. I don't know what it is. These are rock pool, and so are these ones, and you'll see what I mean. Let's have a quick message. Oh no, I want that one. Okay, hope. Hope for the future. All right, a lot of you have been worrying about the state of the world and what's happening to it, and this awakening, and for yourselves and where you're going. You've got a lot of hope for it. There's every reason to be hopeful. Everything's going to turn out all right. It's a belief in ourselves we need at the moment. Yeah. Looking at the star on there, it's a little pentagram thing, but I'm saying it as a star. That's the other thing that's been happening to me, references to stars. We're getting help from the stars. I say references to stars constantly, in the word angel. Gosh, even in Doctor Who was the weeping angels last night. I was watching because I missed it the other day. That's how full on this has been. This is how you know it's intense, because I've got Doctor Who was on the other day. You believe it? Anyway, so, but there's a reference to the stars. We're getting help from the stars. Yeah, help from people from the stars. This hope is being kept alive and it's growing. Yeah. And it's also, say, Easter time for this. Something happening at Easter time. It's like a rebirth. Yeah. At Easter time, there's some big rebirth for everyone, for the world around Easter. I don't quite know what it is yet, but I had a lot of references to stars yesterday, to angels, down to the point that when I was choosing my nail colour, the lady said to me, "Oh, this one's got sparklies," and then she opened it up and she went, "Oh, not gonna put that on your nails. It's like putting a galaxy on your nails." It was. So she says, "I'm not letting you have that." So an agreement as well. I always say there's an agreement between two people who are lovers, and I'm getting, that's really weird, like and a baby coming. Yeah, a little baby coming for two people. Yeah. There's still a reference to the stars here. It's almost like a contract that's going to be written, like quill pen, isn't it? And yeah, an agreement. Some things are going to be agreed, not just in personalized, but this is more sort of on a cosmic level. It's almost like something, an agreement between those up, because they say the fleet's up there, don't they? The agreement between all the people from the stars to help protect the earth. So you must always have hope and not feel afraid, because the earth is protected. There's a strong agreement, and from this agreement will be the birth of a child, like the new earth. Right, correct, thank you. One more. Yeah, and from that, fertility, new ideas, new hopes, new visions, new clarity, all sorts of newness, new ideas, thoughts, inventions, everything everything comes from this agreement. And if that agreement hadn't been put in place, then we would have been in trouble, because we're just running amok, as they say, and not caring for ourselves. So we've been shown the way, and there's protection and hope from dark forces. Okay, so you must never lose hope. It may seem like the world is in a very dangerous, precarious place, from politics to freedom of rights, the pandemic, everything is up in there, this polarization of opinions, everything. But it's a necessary process, it's a purging. It's like what I'm going through at the minute, and what you may be going through. There's a heavy emotion that's coming up. Purge it out. got that next level, purge the rest out and go on. And that's what's happening to the earth at the moment. That's why we're getting all of this turmoil and angst. Yeah. So keep thinking of the daffodil. Plant some daffodils I'm getting for next year. Put some bulbs in. They like these cards at the minute. Look. Yes, planting the daffodils is going to bring luck and prosperity and good things for the future. Right, I know this looks like a necklace thing, but I'm seeing it as a key. When I look at it here, through the camera, I'm seeing it as a key. It's like the key to everything you want. It's almost like planting the daffodil is going to be some sort of affirmation and a solidarity with others and star seeds. This is really quite intense. It's the symbol of hope. It's also a symbol for Marie Curie cancer thing, isn't it? Charity. But it's a symbol of hope. There you go then. So plant that for luck, for solidarity with all the other people out there who are suffering, who are worried about the earth. Start a movement. But yeah, it's a symbol of hope and belief that the world is going to make it through this process and become what it should be, this new, beautiful new earth. Okay? Right, I want me to do these ones. Two. Okay. Right, this is wise men, but I'm being told that the wise men, the people who think they're wise, are not wise. They're spouting out, yeah, it's like all of this, I know it's his beard, mustache, but it's almost like a froth and torrent of lies and deceit and darkness. Yeah, the wise men, they hide behind this torrent of lies and deceit, where and that's what people are saying now. We're talking, all right, they're showing me all, global corporations, big, corporate stuff, and politicians, and they're being found out now. Keep going back to that daffodil. They're being found out now. We've got to stand firm. Okay, it will change. It will change. Something about homes being feeling safe, homely. Need another one. Okay. Looking after hearth and home, because there's, in this storm that's around us, this change, this awakening. It's like, look after home, family, friends, cherish them and protect, yeah, and from all of this abuse. I don't know quite I know what the message is, but what's really behind it. But it's a case of batten down the hatches. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But you have to remember this. This comes out at Easter. So something good is going to come out at Easter for the world. I know I've been told of some explosions next year in January to February, that are going to be sort of on the towards the east, that are going to cause a ripple effect through the world. Now, I know in China they've been having mysterious explosions. They had 10 in 1 week. So I don't know what's happening, but it's going to cause a ripple effect that's going to help change and push the earth even more forward. And we've got to keep in this frame of mind hope. Yeah, hope must never die. Hope must never die. I've said that recently. Was that something I was watching? Yeah, no, I'm not sure. Hope must never die. Hearth and home. Yeah, but there is a storm, and there are more storms coming. This is on the global stage, yeah. So we have to, I want one more, and I'm gonna, oh, no, I'm not taking all them. I don't need them. Feast, Christmas time, something around Christmas time. Cherish your loved ones at Christmas time, and value of wisdom of the old. I don't know where we're going now with this. Ceremony. So almost integrate the wisdom of the elders and wisdom from the past to keep this hope alive. The home fire's burning. I think this is like a reference to World War II. Wars, the camaraderie, and to keep that in mind, keep together, nobody's ever going to agree on everything, but keep that we are all one and the same, and the earth is a family, and our knowledge is expanding. We are becoming more wise, and we're becoming more it doesn't feel like that at the minute, but that's what's happening. Don't allow the surface, the ego, and the stuff on the top that's coming from junk, from the from media, from everywhere, to bury your own innate wisdom and knowledge. Bring it to the forefront now, please, because that's important. The world needs it, okay? And we can push everything forward. It's almost like we're having to purge all of this darkness that's been fed into us like on a drip, yeah, and into our heads, this brainwashing. Lift it up, throw it out, and our innate wisdom, and we'll all have gifts, yeah, all our gifts will come out, and that we've got to protect the family, and the family is everyone and the world, and we've got to come to an agreement, yeah. And when we can come to this agreement, like a general agreement, you know, nobody's going to agree on everything, but then we'll get this little baby, you know, from here, and this fertility, and this little baby, this new earth will come out. But it's a case of sticking together, because when you stick together and you're not fighting in different factions, and you're actually sticking together and finding a way to move forward, then this dark force can't win. It can't get in, it can't divide, it can't conquer anymore. It's got nothing to stand on, because it divides and it conquers that way. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that's helped you. As I say, once I get this healing thing worked out, I'll be doing it. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. As I say, if you want a reading or you want a healing session with the Omega light code Reiki, please let me know. Flower Remedies consultation. You know, I do business, there's coaching, there's all sorts of things. So please contact me. But when you're ready, yeah, when you're ready, and we'll talk about it, okay? Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time, yeah? See you later. Bye.